Okay, if you've ever been on a hiring team, you know the feeling, right? You're staring at this mountain of resumes, just sifting and sifting, and you can't shake that feeling that the perfect candidate is probably buried somewhere in that pile. But what if? What if you could flip that whole thing on its head? Turn that slow, manual chore into your company's biggest strategic weapon. Well, guess what? AI is already here, and it's doing just that. Let's dive in and see how. So here's our game plan. We're going to start with the problem everyone's feeling in hiring today. Then we'll get into why the old school tech just doesn't cut it anymore. We'll talk about the big shift to AI that actually understands what words mean. And that's where we'll introduce MejuHire. After that, we'll cover the super important stuff, fairness and trust. And we'll wrap up by showing you how all of this gives you a serious strategic advantage. All right, let's kick things off with a problem that I think pretty much everyone can relate to. It seriously doesn't matter what industry you're in, tech, healthcare, you name it. This is a challenge everyone is facing in today's world. Does this look familiar? It's like you post one single job and bam, an absolute avalanche of applications hits your inbox. Trying to find that one golden needle in a giant haystack? Well, that's the first huge hurdle. It's total information overload, and it's exactly where great people get lost in the shuffle. Let's just call it what it is. The old way of doing things, it's broken. It just wasn't designed for the world we live in now. A world where hundreds, sometimes thousands, of people can apply for a single job with just one click. It simply can't keep up. And when you look closer, the problem really boils down to these four things. One, it is painfully slow. We're talking weeks just to get a decent shortlist. Two, it's so manual. Recruiters are spending all their time just reading instead of actually talking to people. Three, it's biased. We're all human, and our unconscious preferences just creep in. And finally, all of this makes it incredibly inefficient. You're going to miss amazing candidates, not because you want to, but because no single person can possibly screen every resume with the same eagle eye. So, why is it so inefficient? I mean, really? Well, the problem's a little deeper than just having too many resumes. It's actually about the technology that was supposed to make things easier in the first place. Okay, now this slide gets right to the heart of the issue. The old systems run on keyword matching. They're basically just doing a word search. If you tell it to look for project manager, and a brilliant candidate's resume says, "Led a cross-functional project," the system misses it. It's rigid, it doesn't get context. But semantic matching, that's a whole different ballgame. It understands that an AI developer and a machine learning engineer are basically cousins. It gets the meaning behind the words, so you never miss out on top talent just because they used a different word. And this right here, this ability to understand meaning, it is the absolute game changer. This is all thanks to a massive leap forward in how AI understands human language. So the magic behind this is a technology called semantic embeddings. The best way to think about it is like this. The AI has read basically the entire internet, job descriptions, articles, everything. And in doing so, it learned how words relate to each other. It then creates this huge complex map. So words like develop, code, and build all end up clustered together. This is how the AI starts to get context, just like a human expert would. It's pretty cool. And hey, don't just take my word for it. This is backed by serious research. As this quote points out, this technology is precisely what allows for matching that goes way, way beyond what a simple keyword search could ever hope to do. So you have all this incredible technology. How does it actually help you hire someone? Well, that's where MejuHire comes in. It's an intelligent hiring platform built from the ground up on this very principle. And the whole process is designed to be super simple, but really powerful. Step 1, you just upload your job description. That's it. Step 2, the AI instantly gets to work, matching it against all your candidates, looking at skills, experience, everything. Step 3, you get back this beautifully ranked shortlist with the best people right at the top. And step 4, this is one of my favorite parts. It actually generates smart interview questions tailored for each candidate, so you can spend your time having a great conversation, not prepping for one. I mean, when you put them side by side, it's not even a contest. A traditional system is stuck on keywords, it's mostly manual, and the reports are basic. An AI-driven platform like MejuHire, it uses machine learning for real contextual matching. It automates all the boring stuff, and look at the analytics. You're not just getting reports, you're getting actual insights that help you get better at hiring over time. It's just smarter and way more efficient. And really, this is what it all boils down to. You're taking a process that used to be a weeks-long headache,
and turning it into something that gives you a list of amazing candidates in literally minutes. Just think about that. What could your team do with all that time back? They could be out there building relationships with top talent, not buried in paperwork.
But look, being fast and efficient is only half the battle. If a system's not fair, if you can't trust it, then what's the point? This stuff is absolutely crucial. And bias is a tricky thing. As Mocha HR puts it, it's not usually malicious. It's just those unconscious little shortcuts our brains take, making us lean toward people who feel familiar. This is where well-designed technology can actually help us be better by forcing the focus back onto what really matters, objective qualifications. So, MejuHire was built with this in mind. It's designed to focus only on skills and experience, not on things that don't matter. You can even switch on anonymized screening to hide details that might trigger bias. But here's the most important part. Explainable AI. It's not some black box that just spits out a name. The system actually shows you why it thinks someone is a good match, pointing to specific skills and experiences. This builds trust and, just as importantly, makes sure every single candidate is measured by the exact same yardstick. And let's be really clear about this. The goal here is not for AI to take over hiring. It's to be the best assistant a recruiter could ever ask for. It does the heavy lifting with the data so that the humans, you, can focus on what you do best, building real connections and making those final, nuanced judgments. It's about empowering you, not replacing you. Okay, so when you put all this together, the speed, the accuracy, the fairness, hiring stops being just another task on the to-do list. It actually becomes a core part of your company's strategy. With a platform like this, you can finally use data to answer the big questions. Where do our best people come from? How can we speed up our time to hire? It lets you stop just reacting to whoever applies and start proactively building the exact team you need to win. You're not just filling jobs anymore. You're crafting a real, data-driven talent strategy. And a huge piece of that strategy is just getting everything in one place. Having a single, unified dashboard means everyone on your team is on the same page, looking at the same data. This isn't just about making things tidy. It's about making your hiring function coordinated and strategic instead of scattered and chaotic. So I guess this is the question I want to leave you with. Right now, in a world where talent is everything, is your hiring process just another chore? Something you have to get through? Or is it a finely tuned engine that actually gives you a competitive edge? Because the tech to make it the second one, well, it's not some far-off dream. It's here right now.